Tannochside began its life during the coal mining boom in the latter part of the 19th century. The houses were built in a rectangle, with Hosier Street, which was built in 1870, forming three sides of it. Two rows of Laidlaw Street were then built in the centre in 1890. Russell Place was added alongside Old Edinburgh Road. This was in 1901. The Old Rows, as they were affectionately known, were demolished in 1955 to make way for the giant Caterpillar tractor plant, which was built in their place. Thornawood was affected in the very same way. Along this way is what remains of Russell Place. For a full-length panoramic view of the rear of Hosier Street, we can take as a vantage point a Tannochside School west-facing window. From here, we can see practically the whole stretch of the east side of the street, approximately 50 houses. Behind the houses can be seen the large gas tank. Then, in the distance, Knackerty Pit Bing. The rent of the houses before the war was about 3 shillings per week, which is the equivalent of 15 pence. It seems incredible now to think that many people at times would not have that sum when the rentman called. However, it ought to be remembered that a good number of miners suffered ill health because of their occupation and had to go on parish relief, with all the consequences of that. Hosier Street on left, looking towards Russell Place. This view could perhaps describe the rows on the days of the Pit Gala Day, or more likely the Pit Trip, when upwards to 40 buses would line up along Old Edinburgh Road and down into Laidlaw Street, waiting to take practically the whole population of Tannochside to the seaside. Of course, buildings themselves don't make a community. People do this. So let's meet some of the folks who lived in and around the rows. Apologies for the poor condition of some of the photographs. Football played a major part of entertainment. So first off, here is Tannochside Rovers, with their trophies they won in the late 1920s. The two towel men are Matt Hall and Harry Brandon, some of the officials being Jimmy Dobson, Hughie Ferguson, Pat Galbraith and Mick Mulroney. Another one of the many teams in the area was Thornawood Rover Scouts. The line up here from left to right standing is John Japp, Harry Gardner, John Kerr, John Crichton, Andrew Galt, Robert Davy, Jim Davy, a lad named Finlayson. Front row, Alec Hutchison, Alex Shaw, A.N. Other, Jay McGowan, and Tom Crichton. happy group of young children, shown here with their backs to a wash house. Among them are 4 members of the McQuaid family, one holding a piece. Also is Ina Gray, Greta Murphy, Jackie Kelly, the boys locally, Bowes, Melrose, McLean, and many others. A close-up of the soles of a young girl's shoes show her bare feet through a hole in them. Her better pair would be kept for school. Here we have a group of children from Young's Lawn, Thornywood. The picture is of very poor quality, but recognisable are Tom and James Dowdles in the middle of the front row. Also in the picture are the McCurdy sisters. This one is of myself, taken in 1929, sitting on my Aunt Sarah Devlin's lap. On the trike is my brother Robert. This was outside number 31 Laidlaw Street. Two years later, I have inherited the trike. Louis Pettarelli's horse-drawn ice cream cart can be seen just past the big corner where the men would converge. Louis' cafe was in Urgston. A typical school photo of the time. This one is of me, Bill Brandon, taken at Tannochside School in 1936. Another one of myself, along with 2 wartime evacuees from Glasgow, who lived for a while with my Aunt Sarah at number 20 Hosier Street. This was in 1941, at the time of the Clydebank Blitz. Apologies for the poor condition of the photograph. Here are 3 Harry Brandons. The one in the middle is my father, who lived at 29 Laidlaw Street. The other 2 came from Thornywood. 4 men employed at Tannochside Pithead, from left to right standing, are Frank Burns, Robbie Fullerton, Andrew Bradley. Kneeling is Major Somerville. Unfortunately, this picture is in an extremely poor condition, which is a pity. It shows a happy group of adults at an outing. The location is unknown, but note the formal dress they are all wearing. The man on the right with the moustache is Mr. Barclay, who was choir master of the local choir. On his left, partly hidden, is Dennis Delaney. Near the centre, wearing dark glasses, is Agnes Kerr.